Micah, I missed everything, Micah. I missed it all. 2 months. I'm gone for 2 months.
It was fate.
And I come back to nothing. All right, here we fucking go, baby. Let's go!
Yeah.
I forgot where the button was for a second.
Okay, I think I'm a boomer.
Gotta shake the rust off.
I think I'm a doomer. Damn, I'm Mike the Zoomer. Okay.
Oh boy.
EWGWHITE coming with the heat.
I stay fooling with my bot.
Welcome to the Grillcast, the only podcast in the whole entire world dedicated to radical centrism. I am your host, Orion. Joining me, as always, is Micah. What is up, big guy?
It is good to be back, Orion. Welcome back to the show. I'm so happy you're back. The fans, they're going to be elated, absolutely overjoyed to have their Messiah returned. And I am particularly happy that I do not have to edit the show anymore.
You don't have to edit. You don't have to put together topics. You can just be like, hey, could you grab this clip? You know, it does make things nicer. It makes me...
Hey, Orion, could you do all the work for me, please? And
well, I was thinking we should probably get a pay pig who, like, collects topics for us to talk about and then also gives me my talking points.
Yeah.
And then pays me for the pleasure of it. That's what all the other streamers do. But here,
let's make
that
what
we do.
Let's make that a Gumroad tier. So if you pay 12,000
producer tier.
Producer tier. If you pay $12,000 a year on the Gumroad, you will then be given an internship with the Grillcast, with a generous stipend of $500 a month. So just think about that deal. And yeah.
I'll let them negotiate up to $500 a month. You know, that's a pretty steep bargain.
Yeah, for only $12,000 a year.
For only $12,000 a year. I like it. So, grillers, if you hear that, offers open. Tier is being added as we speak. But, you know, Micah, I've been looking over these last couple of months of news, of happenings, of all this exciting shit that has gone down. And I missed it all, man. I missed everything. Look, it was hard to put together episodes. We'd sometimes not put out an episode for like a fucking month because I'm like, well, what am I going to talk about? I don't want to come on here and talk about shit I don't care about. It won't be funny. It'll be
Somebody's
forced.
Being gay and retarded on the internet. Oh boy.
Look. Oh no. Oh, someone's being dumb. Like that doesn't do it for me. I'm here for the happenings. I'm here for the real shit. Okay? Not this day-to-day garbage that all these other streamers and faggots spend their days pontificating about. That's not me. And so I leave for Alaska, and then Trump gets his fucking ear shot off by by the definition of a soy jack. Joe Biden has a dementia moment on stage. He's up there being like, Bo, where are you, Bo? Grabbing his fucking orderly's arm. Bo, bring me my son.
He quite literally, he fucking Windows blue screened live on stage. It was incredible.
Dude, I was watching that when we're on Anchor, like, no, why couldn't this have been the second debate? No. And then he drops out. The guy fucking drops out and Kamala's in. And I'm primed. I'm ready. I'm saying, okay, all shit's getting real now. Shit's going down. I'm going to have a smorgasbord of topics to hit that are fresh. You know, the ball's going to keep rolling. This is just the beginning. And then the last week that I'm home, what has happened? Oh, there was a tranny in the Olympics. Tranny in the Olympics, guys. Oh, trannies again. More tranny talk. It's like, why did this happen to me? What did I ever do in this world where I'm delivered this fate of opportunities slipping through my hands, of everything I care about being torn from me?
Well,
why?
I think it might have been destiny, honestly, and not the streamer. I mean, like the metaphysical thing. But like some of the gorillas out there were theorizing that you leaving for Alaska was actually the catalyst, right? That was like what set off a chain of events, a butterfly effect that put all these things into motion, like Trump getting shot, Biden dropping out, all of it. Like it's due to you and some string of events that happened based off of you going to Alaska.
You know, it's like Mark Wahlberg once said, if I was there, it wouldn't have gone down like that. And I think you might be right. If I was there would have been order. You know, there wouldn't have been all this anarchy, all this chaos. There wouldn't have been any of that. If I was there, my watchful eye, making sure that wingcucks were paralyzed, and maybe they would be made fun of on the Grillcast next. You know, Thomas Crooks, the soy jack who tried to kill President Trump, he probably thought, oh, Orion's in Alaska? I can get away with this for probably a month or so. I can escape the fate that I am due to be mocked, to be ridiculed, to be derided
And
as
ratioed.
the retard, and ratioed as the retarded wingcuck that I am. And he knew that. If anything, my Grillas, this is a call to action that you should be upping your Gumroad subscription so that I don't have to go to Alaska anymore. So that we can maintain peace and order in this country. Nay, the world.
Yeah. He looked at your absence and said, "Wow, I can shoot this guy, have my message get out there unimpeded for an entire month because Orion's not here to call me gay."
Well, he really is gay. He really is cringe, retarded loser and a faggot. And, I
So
really
true.
hate to say this. I hate to say this because it's going to sound like I'm endorsing certain actions. I am not. It sounds like I
We
think
don't
violence
endorse
is
anything
cool.
here.
No. I'm not trying to say that. So I'm not trying to be smart about it either. Like, oh, I'm so not saying this, guys. I'm not doing that either. Okay.
At all.
However, the shooter would have been a lot cooler if he'd been able to pull it off, right? Right? It's an uncomfortable truth. All right, but nobody's like, oh yeah, John Wilkes Booth, that guy was a soy jack. Has he ever been soy jackified? John Wilkes Booth?
Well, now somebody's going to do it.
Well, now someone will. But that's just to get, just to prove a point. Look, what I'm trying to say is when you take a shot and you miss, and it's a shot you should have never been able to take. You defy all odds.
That was
the
like
best people in the country.
Somebody's going to make a movie about that.
Right.
And there's going to be this really intense, dramatic moment, like at the point at which he's taking the shot. And it's going to be like a really sombering moment, like the moment after when it like pans out to show like his face right afterwards, where he's like full of disappointment and regret. And like then
a single tear leaving his eye.
There's going to be like a crescendo of music where the audience is supposed to tear up.
It really was an impactful moment, because he's sitting there. He gets up on the roof,
really,
right? Against all odds, the best people. I didn't hear that. What?
Oh, you said it was an impactful moment. I said not on Trump.
There we go. Here, wait. I got you, buddy. There we go.
I fucking hate you.
Okay, well, look. He defies all odds. He somehow outsmarts the whole Secret Service. No one thought it was possible. How?
Yeah.
How does a 20-year-old kid outsmart the whole Secret Service and
blame
get on
the
a roof
internet.
that's like 100 meters away
Yeah, I blame the
from the
internet.
fucking, what?
I said I blame the internet.
Yeah. Well, part of it is video games, Call of Duty. I mean, this kid had been playing video games his whole life. You can look at him, you can tell from his weak nerd phenotype by the way he carries himself.
He's got about 180 days on Metal Gear Solid, at least.
At least 180 days a year, at least. Look, this was a gamer through and through. And he defied all odds. He made it past the Secret Service. He was so stealthy that they couldn't even notice him. It wasn't a failure on their part. It was actually that he was such a trained killer from video games
Do you think
he was able...
He was just walking in broad daylight, the AR strapped around his shoulder, and like the Secret Service like glances at him. They see his face. They're like, "Oh!" They turn the other way, and then he just keeps passing by.
They probably looked at him. They're like, this kid's a faggot. There's no way he's gonna get the shot. Let's let him try so we can all laugh at him afterwards and go, ha ha.
This will be hilarious.
This will be a good goof, guys. But, yeah. And then Donald Trump, he turns his face because some MAGA mommy pulled out her
beautiful
milkers.
chart,
Woo! Woo! Trump! And he's just like, nice. Right past his ear,
Yeah.
With one of the greatest photo ops, not photo ops, but one of the greatest photographs in American history.
I was
him
saying,
with his fist in the air.
Yeah, I was saying that in the last episode, like, the greatest marketer could not have fucking produced that. It's unbelievable.
And, it really does say something to Donald Trump's... because that's something you can't... What's the word I'm looking for?
You can't produce that. You can't...
exactly.
You can't just make that. Yeah. That's...
The most real you're going to see a politician be is the moment where they've, endured an assassination attempt, how they're going to handle that. Are they going to shit their pants? Are they going to cry? But he looked pissed. He looked actually very, very upset for some reason. I don't know. It was pretty cool. And
Yeah.
I thought, as a result of this, at the time, I thought to myself, well, Trump's unstoppable now. The 2016 Trump energy is back. His whole base is going to, consolidate around him. The rest of the country, well, they'll say that ruled. Look, 2016 Trump energy is back. And it turns out that that's not the case. All they needed to do was call them weird, and they fell apart.
Wait, call who weird?
Yeah, that's the meme from the leftoids these days, is calling Trump supporters weird.
Oh.
And it's actually been... have you seen this? Have you heard this? Smelled this?
I haven't put it in my mouth, but if you'd be so kind.
Yeah, so it's kind of the new AstroTurf meme going around. They're saying it on CNN, MSNBC, saying it on John Oliver. Fucking, these Trump supporters, they're weird. They're just weird guys. They're weird. And I've so far not seen a single Trump supporter be able to argue against it because for once, they got down to brass tacks. They made it simple. Make things simple.
Yeah, just speak the truth. That's all. That's all we ask of anyone.
And some of the responses I've seen to it, I think JD Vance, he was like, they were calling him weird, and he's like, oh, well, what I think is weird is putting children on hormones. I think that's weird, which is just a no-you defense.
Yeah. Well, that and
you can both be weird.
All right. The difference is JD Vance is criticizing a public policy position, whereas the Democrats are pointing out, rightfully so, that these people probably watch anime and don't tell people about it. And other activities.
Some guy on Twitter named Cunny Groiper 1488 with a lolly avatar is like, I'm weird. You think I'm weird? I mean, when it comes down to it, the Trump tards, they are not normal people, but they should embrace that, Yeah. I'm a weird guy. This may be breaking news alert. Grillcast breaking news alert. I'm not a very normal guy. I'm a little bit of a weirdo sometimes. I wouldn't say I'm a normie, as it were, but I'm proud of that. I wield it like a hammer. And I beat down my wingcock enemies with it. I don't go, no, I'm not. You're weird. No, you're a groomer. You're tranny. It doesn't work. Yeah. It's a weak position to take.
And it's true. Politics has truly devolved into a state of no-youism. And it's getting quite old.
Right. I mean, I think it's just going to be like that until the Grillisha rises up and cleans up the wingcock menace. Until then, this is a hell that we're trapped in. But, we're not the only ones trapped in hell. Our boy Destiny, I know I've been getting requests from the Grillas to cover the Destiny menace. What's been going down with him? He had kind of a big schizophrenic stimulant-induced meltdown. This guy, can you believe it, Micah?
I can't.
His
no
hundreds of milligrams of Adderall he snorts every day have finally begun to affect his mental health.
That's absurd to me.
So let me set up this story for you and the Grillas out there today. So the Trump assassination attempt happens.
Old news.
And, it's not old to me, Micah. It's new to me. It is kind of old news. But you know what? What's nice about the Grillisha is that they don't keep up to date with, what's this streamer up to today? Yeah. What's that streamer up to today? So I can just make stuff up about them and nobody knows any better.
I said that, and they don't really watch the news anyway.
Right. So it's good to know.
Did anybody in our audience really know that Trump was shot? Did any of us really know that? Comment below if you were a knower.
Yeah, if you're one of the rare few, leave a like and a comment. But anyway, so Destiny makes fun of the Trump rally attendee who got shot, who died, trying to protect his family, his famarino. Okay, and Destiny's out there.
Wore Trump hat because he was bald.
Yeah, he was bald. That is true. That is a knock on him. People who are bald, they lose their hair because God lost faith in them, is my experience anyways. But yeah, so Destiny is on a warpath. He's a real edgy liberal. He's not afraid to go there. man. He's not afraid to make a little joke that might trigger the rightoid
Saying
snowflakes.
the N-word.
Dude. Oh, he does do that. I have to give him credit that he does. He has used the N-word and defended the use of it.
In fairness, yeah.
He gets dogpiled for this brave, bold stance that some random guy at a Trump rally deserved to die. And as a result of this, he has a schizophrenic meltdown and streams it. So let's go over that video. I have a few clips from that. So it's a good time. He basically accuses everybody who found his comments distasteful of being a bot, a robot,
Beep,
an
boop, bop.
NPC, if you would. Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right.
Here is an account. This guy here, this is not a real person,
Destiny.
right? This is not a real human being. This picture, this is not real. This person is not. This
Seems
is not
kind of
a real person.
racist.
Yeah, picks out blackmail. This is not a real person.
This is not a real person, right? But when you scroll through his account, like you will find him like, and other people, they talk to each other.
I mean, you gotta look at the guy here. He's calling out these bots, his pupils, they're the size of the sun, jaw shaking like a thug, his jaw's thug shaking, and he gets down to brass tacks. He wants to figure out who the hell these people really are. And, as proof of this, he says, well, this guy, he's talking to another guy who called me a cuck. Whoa, people on a social media platform are talking to each other. He's not real. They're not real.
The rabbit hole runs deep, as Destiny will soon find out.
He will, because he keeps doing this. This isn't just an off comment. A whole entire stream is dedicated to his schizophrenic meltdown, where, him being criticized. It couldn't be, just some random MAGA retard on Twitter being like, oh, you can't say that.
Dude,
No, it's a robot.
I fucking wish I thought people were following me online.
He thinks he's being gangstalked, Micah. By
That would
robots.
be so cool.
That would be cool. When we had like 500 bot accounts subscribe, I came in my pants. Dude, I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, no, that was a highlight for us. For anyone wondering, we were very hyped about that. Thank you again.
Yeah, we were very excited about that. Whoever did that, bless you.
Do that shit again. Round 2, let's go.
You will be the Secretary of Robotics in the upcoming Grillish hostile takeover
of the U.S. government.
U.S. and world at large. It will be a one world government.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's see Destiny melt down a little bit more here.
I haven't been to the liberal dentist since 9/11. That was the wake-up call I needed. Is this a real account? Bro, no, I spent hours last night. Going through these fucking accounts, okay? I don't think any of these are real. I don't think any of these people are real, okay? And they talk about sports. They look sophisticated, okay? They do. I don't think this is a real person. I don't think it's a real person. I don't think so.
What tipped you off that Wallop Long John Jr. boob handler wasn't a real person? What tipped you off on that one right there?
I mean,
when he talked about sports,
okay,
that's sophisticated.
It feels like he's freaking out over the fact that alt accounts exist.
Dude, he's jumping out of his chair. He can't stay in one spot. He's like, yeah.
They're just alt accounts. There's a real person shitposting, having the time of their miserable lives, but that doesn't mean what are you trying to prove? What are you concerned about?
None of them are real, Micah.
What?
None of them are real. They're coming after me. They're in the walls. They're in the floorboards. They're in my ceiling. No, Micah. This guy.
Does he want somebody to do something about this?
I don't know what he's trying to get at here, other than I don't know, maybe nobody actually thinks I'm wrong. It's just robots. They're sending a bot army after me.
They don't have blue check marks. Okay, I don't see what the problem is.
Look, and here's one thing I noticed from that clip. He says he spent hours many hours inspecting random accounts. Ones that had criticized him.
This is a
diving
man,
deep, trying to figure out.
This is a man who has hours. I don't have hours. Orion doesn't have hours. None of the people.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, none of the people involved in our movement have fucking hours to spare for this kind of insane shit.
No, we're busy on the grind, bud. We're busy on the grind. We don't have hours to goon and then be like, oh, okay, now I'm going to go and...
I'm going to stalk a bunch of people's alt accounts.
Yeah, stock alt accounts. No better use of his time. But that's the thing, and I really hate to bring this up again. It makes me seem like I'm hyper fixated on this, perhaps obsessed with this. But don't you think he could have spent those hours of his time raising his son?
Yeah.
His poor child, Nathan Bonnell.
Nathan Bonnell. Which, by the way, I'm a little disappointed nobody in the Grillisha donated to the meetup fund for Nathan Bonnell and his father. Very disappointing.
Did you launch that?
Yeah, nobody donated to it. If you want to make up for it now, obviously you can subscribe to the Gumroad and write us a message, comment saying, I did not donate to the Nathan Bonnell Father-Son Day Fund, and I feel very sorry about that.
We could send them to the park, They could go on a nice little Ferris wheel or something.
Yeah.
Spend a day at the beach.
They can share a milkshake, have 2 straws.
Yeah. He could be doing that. But no, instead of doing that, he's going to have a textbook stimulant psychosis meltdown and investigate random alt accounts for hours at a time to try and figure out if they're real. That makes a lot of sense. So he continues on. It gets even worse somehow. You may think, wow, this is insane. This is insanity. This is something that people should be institutionalized for. But it gets worse, my Grillas. Let's check it out.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, is this actually a bot replying to me? Making relatively sophisticated cuck jokes at me?
Well,
I'm not sure. Okay, so
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's not sure of anything. He hasn't. That's a trademark feature of stimulant psychosis, is that you have a lot of questions and notice a lot of things, but you never come to an actual conclusion. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There's just so much happening. I can't focus enough to make a conclusion. I'm not just...
Yeah, I think we can all relate to that a little bit.
I think we all can. What I can't relate to is how the problem to him isn't that he's a renowned cuckold. It's whether or not the person who called him one for the 10,000th time that day was real or a robot. Like, thousands of people have said it to you today, but there's one guy getting hung up on.
The AI has the information to make that joke.
Yeah.
But the human, it carries a different weight.
Right.
Not that he would care about the joke being made, but
I think he does. I think he acts like he doesn't, but it has to weigh down on him. At least a little bit. We have some more. After the schizophrenic segment, I have some fun screenshots to share of his cuckold proclivities.
And Destiny,
things that may surprise you.
Destiny's welcome to come on the show and defend himself anytime, any place, anywhere.
You know what? I would say that actually no, he's not welcome. I would not welcome Stephen Bonnell onto this show.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you heard it here first.
I'm just kidding. I definitely would. I'm just playing hard to get, Micah. You know that.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm an electronic celebrity. I'd do anything for a drop of clout.
I was like, Orion's not going to chase clout?
If I could be a Destiny orbiter and just try and suck clout off his teeth like all the rest of them, I would totally do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Abandon all your principles.
Yeah.
You're Destiny's top guy.
I would abandon my own son just so I could be a little more like him.
Yeah.
You know?
That's reasonable. Be more relatable.
Very relatable. So he goes on in his schizophrenia stream. He digs into the YouTube channel of one of his newly found detractors. And he wants to prove that this YouTube channel owner is not a real person either. That this isn't, something's not right here. He can't tell you what, he can't tell you why, but things just aren't adding up.
Wait, sorry, hold on. We're getting so sidetracked. But just this.
Out spent on discrediting Elantra is equivalent to the cost of only. The amount spent on discrediting Elantra is equivalent. Amount spent on discrediting Elantra is equivalent to the cost of only.
Wait, you're right. Wait, why does he have 2 clip-on mics?
Whoa!
One for backup, maybe? Wait.
Yeah. Whoa. At first I thought that he was being crazy here, but that guy had
Yeah,
2 clip-on mics.
that's insane, bro. My mind actually
He
got
must
blown.
be a robot.
Yeah, no, that he might have a point. That might be AI. I'm a
That's
little bit
gotta be
convinced.
AI. That's a telltale sign of an
That's
AI
like the most
video
AI
generator.
looking. That's like the most AI looking old white guy I've ever seen.
It kind of is. But I'm trying to weave a tapestry that this guy's crazy.
Okay, sorry.
So-
I rescind
Yeah,
those
yeah.
comments. Stricken from the record.
But to his credit, you have a good point there, simping for Destiny like you are, pathetically. The old guy, the AI old guy, he did flub a word. He didn't Adderall ramble at 1,000 BPM. Those are things that humans do, okay? They don't, he had 2 clip-on mics. I mean, there's no way this guy is real. You can't just leave it there. You have to continue investigating. You have to dive deeper into the rabbit hole, figure out what the hell's going on, right?
I think deep dive also would have worked.
You have to deep diver. All right. Well, let's check this one out.
Nothing looks right in this. Is he posing for a picture? What is this? It's
Guys, do you see a bulge? I don't see any bulge. I'm looking and I can't find it.
Dude, his arm was in a way that wasn't completely flat. It was out a little bit. Do people do that in picture? Has he never taken a picture with someone before? I thought that this guy was like a prolific streamer, an electronic celebrity. He can't look at a picture. Obviously, that's a real picture. I'm not gaslighting here.
It wasn't as mangly and malnourished as my arm. It doesn't look right at all.
How come his pants doesn't have any old cum stains on it? It can't be real. And so, he goes around, he looks through all the pictures in the background to see if those are real. He looks at the books, looks at the titles for those to see if they're real.
Google searches to see if who the author is,
he
if the
literally
author of
does
the books
that.
are real.
But, back to business here. Buddy, back to business. Let's get to this final clip that kind of sums up the entirety of this schizophrenic experience.
Wait, are these hands real? I don't know. I don't even know what's happening right now.
He doesn't know what's happening right now. And you know why he doesn't know what's happening right now is because he's having, and I hate to say it again, a stimulant-induced psychosis meltdown. That's why he's so panicked, why he's so afraid. He's sweating bullets, okay? He can't stay in his seat.
Oh my God.
It's... it would be sad if it were somebody who wasn't so contemptible. If it was somebody who, just one day wanted to be a streamer and flew a little too close to the sun. Somebody who hadn't betrayed all the principles of humanity.
Yeah, he defiles not only the principles of humanity, but he defiles radical centrism.
He does. And, you can see that from even his own son. He finally, the gorillas, they've been getting in his ear, pestering him, telling him, go see your goddamn son. Go see your child, Destiny.
Please.
Do it.
We're begging.
Please. And, we bullied him into it. We peer pressured him into finally seeing poor Nathan Bonnell. A young man.
And how does Nathan Bonnell respond to this?
Well, let's watch, and I'll have some commentary afterwards.
Destiny is so cooked.
So, Destiny's son, Nathan Bonnell, when he was abandoned by his father, he had two paths that he could have taken. There were two choices in front of him. He could either tune out, become the e-girl that his father, lusted for, that his father gave all of the attention that should have gone to his son to. And he could have went down that path, or he could have become the chud, a giga chud, one that sees through his father's lies and chicanery and buffoonery and blasts him in the street.
So let me get this straight. Nathan Bonnell is sitting at his computer desk streaming, says Destiny is such a cuck, pulls out his blicky, walks into the other room, and shoots his dad.
Yes.
In that sequence.
In that sequence, that's exactly what happens. Right. So he chose the path of the chud, of the giga chud. Where will this take him in his future?
Hopefully to a real gun.
Know. That's what I was trying to say. Look, school shootings, all the rage these days. And as a result, there's a lot of lawmakers saying, oh, well, we need to make sure that kids don't get guns in their hands, that their parents are locking up these guns, that they're not able to somehow obtain them. But can we make an exception just this one time? You could see the hatred in Nathan Bonnell's eyes as he loaded that glicky up. You could see the malice. You could see that he wanted to remove a scourge of evil from the earth.
This is a Grillcast,
and that was the best he could do.
Yes, and this is now a Grillcast call to action, singularly to Nathan Bonnell, to get a real gun and kill your dad in Minecraft.
Look, just tell your dad, look, next time
say,
you find
I'm the
me
man
out,
of the house now. I have the gun. I'm taller than you. You listen to me.
He probably is taller than him. He probably is taller. He looked like, at least 5'4". So, yeah. Probably taller. He just needs to say, look, next time that Grillish bullies you into flying me out...
somewhere around your height, probably.
All right, buddy. You want to do this? Is this what you want? Gone for 2 months.
No.
This is the type of shit I come back to.
No,
I am at least 5'8", and I've had sex on over 3 different women, okay? So if you want to come in my credentials. All right, buddy?
I'm sorry.
God damn it, I forget what I was saying about Nathan now. You got me all
He's a chud. He's walking the path of the chud.
Oh, right. So he needs to say, hey, next time the Grillisha bullies you into flying me out so that you can lock me in the basement for a weekend while you have your horse over. Can I just do a layover in Chicago for a couple hours? Can I do a layover in Detroit for a couple hours? Right? Get that glicky, and then fly out to Florida and finish the job, Nathan. This is Halo 3, Nathan. Finish the fight!
Solid reference.
So, to finish out our Destiny segment...
Well, you don't want to talk about Destiny for the full hour and whatever?
No, not really. I don't even want to talk about him this long, but, there's some good stuff. There's some good stuff to be had. Some nectar to be collected.
Well, can you please get on with it? Like, we're all kind of...
Let's see here. Change windows.
Notes.
So Destiny had a leak come out from one of his mini e-girls. You can't trust these e-girls, but somehow all these guys find themselves in these traps where their texts get leaked, their DMs for the whole world to see. Always full of embarrassing content, but this one is possibly the worst I've ever seen. This woman named, I think it was Lav. I think her name's Lav. I don't remember.
It says sub.
Is that sub? That's
Skivity?
It's from her phone, so it's Stephen K. Bonnell. I don't know. Anyway, so she says, you said you were bisexual. No catching or throwing, I guess. You just like the idea of men? I'm doing a biphobia to you. That's how leftist women flirt with you, by the way. I'm doing a biphobia to you. Yeah. Fucking stupid cunt. But he says, it's kind of weird. Men are gross, TBH, LOL. So I guess one kink I can say is I have a huge cum fetish. I love someone making out with me after filling their mouth or eating it off or out of someone, etc. This is beyond what we ever thought possible, my Grillas. Look, we all said, yes, you have your wife, now ex-wife, be filled up by the bowl in your Florida home. And you do this and you enjoy it. You are a cuckold. But did we ever in our wildest dreams imagined that he slurped it out of the vagina like it's a king's chalice? Like it held the potion of youth, slurping, licking up every last drop out of his OnlyFan whore wife's vagina. Did we ever think that this was possible?
How the fuck do you say shit so poetically like that? I'm sorry. I was getting a little bit hung up on how he said men are gross. Like, it's a little bit fucking sexist.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, what business does he have talking like that? Like, in 2024?
It is wrong. It is wrong
to
say that.
I'm not
it is true.
That.
Men are gross. I'm not gay. But
yeah, I'm not gay.
I don't say men are gross. I just like extracting the semen from their balls and gargling on it like mouthwash.
Yeah, also hypocrite much. Like, how are you going to say men are gross, but you feed off of their cum like it's like the like nectar or something.
Dude, and if it's big enough that it's really hot for me to suck it out of a guy too.
Holy
so I love
shit.
giving head to guys, just no desire to do much else with them. I mean, so he doesn't like guys.
Interesting. That's one of mine too.
If you thought men were gross, wouldn't you want to suck it out of a small wiener? Because there's like less guy?
That's a good point.
I don't have the headspace for this sort of thing. So these are just the questions I'm asking. I'm just asking questions over here. My Grillas.
That was a pun, wasn't it?
It may have been. I like to let it hang out there and let the viewers decide. You know? I like to be a little ambiguous.
Viewers decide if you're telling a pun.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you leave it a little ambiguous, and then, you know, a lot of the Grillas, they tell me I listen to every episode 10, 20 times. I catch new jokes that I didn't even know were there every single listen through.
That is the secret of the show, is you really have to A-log us to understand the humor. You have to get a good dozen or more viewings of each episode in.
Our show is more jam-packed with jokes than Destiny's ex-wife's snatch was with the Bulls cum. That is a fact, my Grillas. So you just get down there and slurp out all those jokes because you love it. But you're not gay. You don't really like men. You think they're gross. But you love it. And so this bitch says to him, ooh, I feel the same way. I feel powerful taking cum from them. That is one messed up bitch. But you know what? That's okay. Women out there, if you feel powerful taking cum.
I was going to say, don't argue against this.
That's the best way to smash the patriarchy, is to suck all of our wieners.
It actually makes us weaker.
Yeah.
When you...
And you know what? That's actually true.
It drains our ability to fight back against you.
Yeah, I'll be like pissed off about something, and then after that, I'm just like, what was I mad about? Whatever.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not gonna fucking
But if a man did
whatever.
that to me, I'd be like, oh, god damn it. I can't believe that just happened. I'd be so mad. I'd be so, fuming mad.
I would be peeved. My eggs would be boiled, you know? My toast would be burnt. If that were the case.
Ooh, yeah.
But anyways, he says, I guess that's one way to view it. I think a lot of people, blah, 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 blah. What's another kink you have? I guess the cum eating one is the most extreme. Like I said, I'm pretty vanilla. IDKY, but I like feet too. Rubbing them, nibbling on them while I'm fucking someone super, super hot to me. So, you know, I've always said that the foot fag, you know, it's like a gateway drug to doing gay stuff. To being gay. You're basically gay if you're a foot fag. Something I've always held as a view. You know, 1 second you're nibbling toes, the next second you're nibbling cum out of your OnlyFans or wife.
Well, I think
This is the slippery slope.
I think you need to tread carefully here, because I think you're going to upset a lot of the fans.
I don't want those fans. In fact, I don't want anyone associated with this show who's a foot fag. I just don't. It's disgusting. Not a single person. And if I find out a single Grilla is a foot fag, they were ejected. They were gone yesterday. Okay?
Yeah.
Because this is what it turns into.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. So that's what we got on our buddy Stephen Bonnell. That one guy who YouTube commented saying, hey, where's the Destiny stuff? That's the only reason why I listen. Well, you're welcome, man. Okay? Go donate money to us. So, he's having a bad time. destiny. His mind's melting a little bit. But our President Biden, his mind melted in my absence. Yet another tragic failing of our country as I have left the post. Under my watchful eye, it would have never happened. But Biden, he had to drop out. Well, he had this debate performance with Trump. Then he tried to hire a gamer to go smoke Trump. That didn't work.
And there was
And
some
he
Biden
found
AI.
himself,
There was some Biden AI.
There's some Biden
I think you
AI
missed
people
that,
are
yeah.
saying. People are saying that. A lot of very smart people. And he was faced with no other choice than leaving. His party betrayed him. They wanted him gone, which didn't make any sense to me, Micah. Why would you want somebody who has no brain capacity left gone? Is it because it was exposed to the entire country? It couldn't be swept under the rug anymore. There couldn't be excuses made for it anymore. Why would you
I
want
think
somebody who you can have commit crimes for you and then not even remember doing them out of the lead office of the country?
Because he was going to lose.
They say that.
Sadly, not enough people understand the nuances of, all the policies that Biden haven't, that he's enacted since getting into power. They don't understand that. They don't see what he's doing for the country internationally. They miss all of his great achievements and attributes. And all they do is they fall for the media narrative of, oh, he's just a sleepy old guy. And so he was losing to Trump.
Well, that's the thing, is that it was a media narrative. And so were the polls. The polls often unreliable. It's crazy that polls are only reliable when it's your guy winning.
Right.
That's what it always comes down to. Oh, my guy's winning? Well, the polls are looking great. Oh, it's a bunch of fake news shit. He's losing. Oh, no. And it was fake news because Biden, if he had stayed steadfast to his commitment to serve our country, if he had remained as he were, who votes in this country? Who is the only demographic that consistently goes out and votes? It's old geriatric people.
Oh, I was gonna say retards, but I mean,
the same, one and the same. It's at least a very a very overlapping group there. But these old geriatrics, they go through the same thing that Biden's been going through. Oh, Grandpa, you can't drive your car anymore. Give me those keys.
yeah.
No, I can still drive. No, Grandpa, they look at that and they see themselves in Biden right now, being ousted, being told, hey, give us your keys, okay? You crashed into a colored family's minivan. Okay? You can't drive anymore. You can't see anymore. Your memory's fading. You don't even know who I am anymore. Give us the keys back. And I don't know. I just think that he definitely could have won, but he was ousted. And Nancy Pelosi, she goes and talks about it. She has a lot of thoughts about it. She was the orchestrator of having him removed, betraying him. One octogenarian betraying another.
The ringleader. And I would be pissed too if I was Joe Biden, and I'm sure he is. He's probably pissed off.
I mean, if you want to see Dark Brandon, this is when Dark Brandon can come alive.
I think that's why I unironically think that's why he endorsed Kamala, like just to be like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, she is. We'll get into a little Kamala talk, but I want to get into this interview between.
Sure. Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, no problem. Just watch it, buddy. It's not going to work out well if you do it again.
Yeah.
I'm magnanimous. I'm, very forgiving, but I'm not a pushover. Where the fuck did this go?
You run a couple episodes and you think you're in the big leagues.
You think you're me now? Huh? Start spurging.
Stay in your place. Yeah.
Where the hell is this?
There it
is. There we go.
They make their own judgment and their own statement.
Have you spoken to President Biden since he dropped out?
No, I have not.
Do you hope to?
Yes, I hope to.
Yeah.
We're all busy.
Is everything okay with your relationship?
You'd have to ask him, but I hope so. But he knows. Look, I have loved Joe Biden, respected him for over 40 years. Mm-hmm. I was party chair in California, then I became member of Congress, and then one thing, other housewife, House member, House Speaker, working with him all along. I think he has made one of the biggest contributions to our country in the shortest period of time.
Joe Biden was betrayed by Nancy Pelosi. They've definitely fucked. I know that for a fact. They've been in politics for 60 years. Nancy
was
Pelosi
it having the
used
same
to have...
dermatologist?
Look, they probably share a lot more than that, my friend. Yeah, the way she speaks about him, we haven't
involvement
talked.
in a global sex cabal.
They've definitely had each other's backs in more way than one, I would assume. I mean, you have to just think Nancy Pelosi back in the day. Look, she's an old bag now. She's made out of leather. Quite frankly, disgusting, cobwebbed up. But back in the day, my God, man, she had some mommy milkers. Did
you find an actually good, like a picture from her from a long time ago that doesn't look like she's already old?
No, I'm making assumptions here.
Okay.
Look, I'm gonna lie and say I did. Yes, I did, but I'm not gonna post it for some reason. It's too sensual for YouTube.
Oh. So I've just been looking for one of those because I really do want to know if she was hot.
I think she was. And Joe Biden, he was a stud back in the day, man.
Yeah, no.
I mean, he's got that charisma and swagger now, but he's, 6'4", walking around. He's got that, what the kids are calling big dick energy. I've heard that's what the kids say.
Hair plugs back when they were expensive and bad.
Yeah. Hair plugs back when, not just any random podcaster could get them. I mean, this guy, these two, they were star-crossed lovers, right? They were star-crossed lovers. And you can see it in the way that she talks about him, having betrayed him. She never seems like she has any regret, any feelings, any remorse whatsoever. Years of adrenochrome abuse have worn that down from her smooth brain. However, in this moment, you can see an inkling of it. I would like to talk to Joe Biden again. I would like to speak to him again. You'd have to talk to him to see if he still likes me.
I miss,
or if he likes me, or like.
I miss hearing him. I miss hearing him whisper confusing sweet nothings into my ear.
Well, that's what's interesting too.
Where did I leave my oven mitts? Did you come?
That's how that went down. But she had some sweet nothings of her own to say back. This next clip is going to show. This was a battle of the octogenarians. He's gone. She's still in. Nobody's talking about her mental competence. But this next clip is going to make you wonder why.
Whether it's, it's the first bill that protect our assault, our bill,
COVID.
Shots in the arm.
So
holy fucking hell.
That's where Nancy Pelosi's at.
It's fucking worse than me.
Yeah, that's worse than Joe Biden. That's worse than the things I edit out when I start stumbling over words like a retard. They're ones I leave in when Micah stumbles over words like a retard. Look, for them two to go at each other like that, the debate, the backroom debates they must have had, it must have been just a fucking mess. Can you imagine being a fly in the wall, hearing them screaming at each other, just complete gibberish and nonsense?
I mean, I wish I could be. I wouldn't give that much for that. I'd just like to do that.
I wouldn't give anything for it. I don't really want to be a fly. That would suck.
Yeah, no, that would suck.
And I just stand in the corner. They wouldn't notice me anyway.
You think they have cuck chairs in bedrooms at the White House?
Definitely. 100%. I think going as far back as 1776, that was probably the first feature they put in. That is one thing about white people. We do love our cuckoldry, us whites.
Not me.
Yeah, not me. I'm not gay, but
I'm not gay as well.
Just as a feature. So the future of the Democrats, they're saved. The Democrats are saved. Their poll numbers are way up. Kamala Harris, the new presumptive nominee. Someone that we can all get behind, that we didn't soundly reject in the 2020 primaries because she was so cringe and gay. Somebody who exuberates the kind of confidence that we need in a leader leading the free world. That's what I see when I see Kamala Harris. I see someone who, like Obama, was black. Look, we need another black person. I'm an American. We love black people. We worship them. We bow at the altar of black people. Please be my friend. Please be my friend. And this is the best way for us to achieve that once again. Racial harmony was perfect in 2008 to 2016. And we fucked it all up. We put it in the toilet and we flushed it.
No, yeah,
and now we can plunge it out.
His memory serves me, 2008 was, 2008 to 2016 under Obama. I mean, there had never been unity like the unity we had under Obama. And I didn't think we would have a chance to get it back. And really what they've done here is they've given us that chance. And not only is she black, she's also Indian as well.
Yes.
And I think that definitely adds something to the ticket.
Well, one thing I've heard from people, I won't take credit for this joke. There's a lot of debate on whether she is a black or a Indian, and will she pass the smell test? That's the test we need. You go up to her, you give a whiff, and you say, is this a black person smell or an Indian person smell? Very distinct.
Well, that's like
very different.
That's the whole Republican argument going around right now. Like, oh, she's not really black. She changed races and all that stuff. And it's like, what's wrong with that? We need to embrace every freedom, right? Every God-given American freedom we have, one of which you should be able to choose whatever race you feel is most valid.
As long as it's in good faith. And that's very important.
Yes. As long, like Rachel Dolezal type situation,
Right. She did it in good faith.
Yes.
Going around being like, oh, I'm an attack helicopter then. Okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're doing there, buddy. That's a bad faith effort. And as we all know, if something's in bad faith, that means you can't possibly have a point that you're making with it.
Yeah. And Kamala, if that's what she's doing, and maybe she is doing it a little bit, so what? We've had transracial presidents before. Bill Clinton, the first black president, okay? Obama, black and white. And you compare those people who embraced their identity, used it. Your 23andMe is literally like an RPG abilities menu. You quick select which ethnicities you are for specific social encounters, And Trump, he shamefully hides his white identity under a hue of orange. Like, what the fuck is that?
I like how 23andMe always just puts 1% Jewish for everyone, no matter what.
It didn't to me. So, there's that.
Oh, it did to me.
Oh.
Oof. No wonder I want people to subscribe to the Road so bad. Well, before we get into this Kamala clip, what these people are bitching about with their code switching, talking like a black when she's only half black and half Indian. You mentioned earlier, the unity we had under a half black president under the Obama years. I remember one time going to 7-Eleven where I got a pack of Skittles. I was feeling, had a little bit of a sweet tooth that day. And there's a young black gentleman in line who had in Arizona. And, that day we had a little powwow. I put my Skittles in the Arizona. We shared it. And that was the kind of America that we had under that sort of leadership.
Indeed. You're here.
That's what we need back in this country. That's what Kamala can provide. So, let's go ahead and see.
Let's hear what you got.
Let's see what she got. Talking to the Georgia rally as a presumptive Dem nominee to a crowd of fellow blacks.
And you all helped us win in 2020, and we're going to do it again in 2024.
I do like that her black person voice, she sounds like Colonel Sanders. We gonna win in 2024.
Look, no, you know what? I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Okay, it takes bravery to speak Ebonics to a crowd of black people when later on if they want to, they can find you and find out that you were like totally bullshitting.
Right. No, it does take some courage. A lot of rightoids out there talking shit. Oh, you're not really black. You're just code switching. Okay, would you go up on stage and be like, oh, lordy, my fellow African Americans, today is a blessed day. Would you go out and do that?
No,
you wouldn't, because you're a pussy. Because you're gay. Kamala doesn't care. She'll go there.
She has
She'll
a
talk
pussy.
the talk. She'll walk the walk. Yeah, she does, allegedly. I haven't seen it, so I can't comment, but allegedly, yes.
I don't think she claims differently.
And, it's also a market day, a market improvement for racial relations in America. Yeah, there was once a time where a single drop rule.
Yeah.
This purity spiral. Now the standards are rising. Now you can be black if you're half black. But here's the thing. We're heading towards a future where we're all nappy-headed mulatto future people, right?
Like the Oblong Ubek from South Park, that type of
Yeah,
thing.
that's where we're heading towards.
Okay.
All right? So,
and
I don't really understand what the criticism is.
Oh, yeah. No, it's true. And it's another funny thing to note from this rally. You see the jubilant reactions of the crowd behind Kamala. Compare that to Trump's Georgia rally. I watched a good portion of that for journalistic purposes, and this is what I got out of it. All of the black people in the crowd behind him were only getting excited and clapping when he was insulting people. They didn't clap for any of his policies, anything talking about himself. Just when he was insulting people, they would clap.
And that's kind of, that's where I'm at.
And that's the difference.
Whenever
Trump is the spectacle, and Kamala is the true, bearer of, their attention.
Right. For the policy wonk black, they'll say, well, yeah, obviously, I don't care that Kamala's faking it, good enough for me. Good enough for me. It's better than the alternative. For the, the muckraking black, the guy that wants to just see fireworks go off, he just wants to see the show.
The black man that looks at a candidate who has 34 felony counts and says, I can't vote for this guy.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a very real contingent of the base there, right?
Yes.
But there are, some black people, that type that you mentioned, the people who just want to see the fireworks. There are people who are denigrated, who are played down as not real, astroturfed. Doesn't exist. But this next clip is going to prove that it is real. These aren't just bots that are following Destiny around, calling him a cuckold. These are real people.
Is Kamala going to make you a little more likely or less likely to vote Democrat?
Well, hold on, first, Ray, hold on, Ray. Is Kamala black, yes or no?
I'm going to let her speak on that. But to me, no.
Oh, is Kamala black, yes or no?
I share that same view.
Wow, is Kamala black, yes or no?
I heard she was. I heard she's half black and half Asian.
When I played that audio on my SiriusXM radio program on Thursday, many callers who self-identified as African American were quick to tell me that those men were the exception, not the rule. Some describe them as low-information voters, no different than you'd find among whites.
Dude, look, I'll go out there. I'll say some edgy things. I'll make a couple funny jokes, but I wouldn't go that far. Oh my god, dude,
how do they get away with that?
That guy, you can see he has like a whip holster on his belt loop. You can see it.
Yeah.
You can see the chains that he wants to throw them back in. Look, that guy is fired up. Like, when you think about angry whites mad at the black man, look at this guy's face. His bald head. Which, by the way, I hate to bring this up again. If you're bald, it's because God no longer shines his light upon you. Okay? That's why he lost it all. That's why God cursed him. So that we could pick him out of a crowd and say, that is ardent racist. That is somebody... That is a Klan member. He's wearing a suit instead of a hood.
He's a skinhead. He's a skinhead not by choice, but by destiny.
By destiny, right? Exactly. So this idea that they're all under the same umbrella. I think black men and black women probably have a lot different of a view of what's going on. Is kind of what I'm getting at here. I didn't write literally any notes for this episode, so I'm rambling a little disheveled, but that's all right. That's okay.
No,
Mike, do you have any
cohesive? And I think we touched on some pretty good stuff today. This was a good show.
Yeah.
I think
so too.
Do we want to announce that we're doing a quasi meetup, or are we just doing that in the Discord?
Well, we can announce that I do have a surprise announcement for not only you, Micah, but for the Grillisha at large. There's a pretty big change coming up in my life here.
Oh shit.
So it appears that radical centrism, the ideas, the tenets of it, and I, as its father, as its creator of the modern form, it's like how Martin Luther, recreated Christianity into its true form. I've done the same to distill radical centrism in these past few years, but there will be another who will carry this light into the future, long past my death, because I am going to become a dad. I have a kid on the way.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Fucking congrats, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It was a blessing. But look, I'm really excited about it because nobody will ever be able to call me gay or an incel again. No, it's proof that I've had sex on a woman. I can't be gay. I have a receipt, Micah. A receipt, a golden ticket.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a good thing.
What about before you had sex with the woman?
What do you mean?
Well, couldn't you have had gay relations before you had sex with the woman to make the baby?
But
it's not.
I don't have AIDS.
Having sex with a woman isn't a reverse Uno card on being gay.
It is,
What?
Micah. Okay. Look, if I was gay,
Why
I would
are
have
you even
what?
arguing this point? Why are you
It
saying
is a
no?
reverse Uno card. I'm
It
saying
does
no
work.
because
it worked for me.
Okay, look, what I'm trying to say is if I had done gay things, I would have AIDS because God would hate me. That's why AIDS was made. Okay? I don't have AIDS.
Okay, well, anyways, congrats on being a father. That's awesome news.
Well, because I walk down the street, man, and I see people look at me, right? And they don't say it, but I can see in their eyes they think that I'm gay or an incel.
No, I know. I know. You call me to talk about this all the time.
Right. But if I'm walking around with a little baby,
Nobody's gonna suspect a thing, right?
Yeah.
Actually, no. They'll think you're a pedophile.
Oh no, I didn't think about that.
That's an entirely new problem and probably worse.
Okay, I know how to get around that though. I'll wear that one of those shirts. It's like I'm a badass dad.
Oh no,
I don't take shit from no one.
Just wear a shirt that says LGBTQ.
Oh yeah, you're right. If I wear a pride shirt, then people will know my intentions are innocent. Okay, that's a good idea. But as far as having a kid goes, you have to think this is a whole brand new world. One where things aren't certain like they used to be. There's a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion.
No more weekly episodes.
They could.
Sorry, guys.
This kid is coming into a world, okay, where anything that could happen. They could be groomed online to become a wing cuck. They could, there's lots of bad avenues that they could go down. So how am I going to avoid those pitfalls and those trials and tribulations for my child? And so I have a plan. If you're going to have a child, look, now that I'm a dad, or going to be, I can really lord it over people and act superior for it. That's another cool part of it. You see, as a father... Here's my action plan is I'm going to make this kid kick a football for 5 hours every day. They go to school, they come back, they're locked out of the house, they kick the football. I build a little post in the backyard, 5 hours a day, every day. By the time they're 18, they will be a Hall of Fame level kicker for the NFL. They will have a secure career.
Fucking make them drink a gallon of milk every day.
Yes, there will be some dietary restrictions, some supplements they'll be taking. I will be giving them testosterone for gender affirming reasons, so that makes it okay.
Whether they're male or female.
Yeah. Whether they're male or
discriminate.
female, it's gender affirming care. I do want my child, and therefore my child
to be the
wants
best
us
male or the best female they can possibly be.
To grow up and be an alpha male. That's what they want. And that's what I want for them. That's the life I'll build for them by making them stand outside, rain or shine, snow. It doesn't matter.
You can live vicariously through them.
Oh, yeah. Well, the big reason I'm doing this is so that, I don't have to save for retirement. If they're a Hall of Fame kicker, they'll be able to take care of me in my old age. And they definitely will and won't just dump me off in a home.
Yeah. No, children are that is a very unspoken truth that children can be a long-term financial investment.
They are an investment.
You just have to be an absolutely fucking terrible parent. But I mean, that's just one of those sacrifices in life you have to make. You can just do it to one of your kids. You don't have to do it to all of your kids. Just do it to one of them. Just torture one of them.
That's what the people say, right? Like, oh, Michael Jackson's dad was so bad. Oh, well, Michael Jackson became a fucking billionaire and had a pretty sweet life. Most of the time. Look, there are a couple bumps.
Yeah.
Okay. There are a couple problems. Yeah. But everybody has a couple problems in their life.
There were a couple bumps and a couple humps.
Couple bumps, couple humps. But he made it through it. Okay. Until he overdosed on fentanyl. Okay? And that's the future I want for my child. Yeah, okay. I don't do this and the same thing happens. We're in 2024 America.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's what I got. And like Micah, you were alluding to earlier, for the gorillas out there who may want to know, I will be in the D.C. area, Washington, D.C., checking out the Capitol, seeing the sights, really getting down on some of the history there, figuring out how the hell this country started. I've never been to the East Coast, and I'll be there. What is it? September 4th. We'll probably do a meetup sort of deal on like the 7th or the 8th, Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. We'll hash that out. But if you're in the DC area and you want to hang out with the Grill Boys and buy me stuff, look, you're going to need to buy me some drinks. Okay? This is for you to show up and buy me drinks. I'll pontificate on what ails our society. You'll get a live, in-person reading of the world around you for the low price of giving me enough alcohol until I puke and pass out.
And we will be coming out with a special Gumroad pass where Orion and I will take you to a hotel room for a special 1-on-2 podcast session.
Well, I might have to bow out of that.
But yeah, we don't have the dates exactly down, but sometime in that week, just ask about it in the Discord. If you are somewhere in the area and want to make a trip or do anything, we'll hang out. We'll get some drinks. Just let us know in the Discord.
Details to come out when we know them. And with that, it's great to be back in the saddle. Great to do this again. Sorry I missed out on literally all the cool stuff. And peace out, my grillas.
Yeah, I'm old as a boomer. My mind set on Zoomer. Everything cooler, long as I'm not Laura Loomer. If you think I'm not number one, I done spelled that rumor. Hit that victory royale on some motherfucking coochie. Default dance on a bitch. Hit the default dance on a bitch. Floss dance while I'm flossing in a whip. Victory royale when that chopper hit. Self-incrimination, I have no participation. News keep asking, I don't say shit. You can't have my conversation.
I don't like feet.